punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start. At the 21-yard line.
No, 258. I got you. Jim. Hey, look, 399.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
30. Watch two. Bring it.
Hey, Delta.
We are going. Go.
Rodgers now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, echo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
What? 180. Oh, you got deep? Tie that left. You got three down.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, New Orleans.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Pick it up.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Goff. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Check. Block 54. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 7, Vikings nothing.
Push him back.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Gone. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 26-yard line.
Check 49. You go tight. You got tight.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check the backer.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
We got 4. Mike 2. Watch 2.
Bravo.
I'm coming.
Inside.
Mike 2.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Stills the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin the drive with Coleman. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Check 24, check 24, check 31, check 31.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off play action. Here's Goff. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, to almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, wahoo!
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This is Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff flushed out right. Going deep here for Stick. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kenny Stills, 51 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Saints 24, Vikings 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Out of the gun. Gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's a second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Five. Mike two. Hey, watch the sled.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
26.
Brings up second and a yard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They will run again with Coleman. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
No. Safe. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check 4.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
180. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you. Hey, 76. 76. 76. 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Play action. It's gone. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On first down, it's Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Completes it to Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, here we go. DC. Right there, 54, right there. 54 miles. Let's go, let's bring it.
From the gun, here's Goff. Going deep here for Stills. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Goff now looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
After the interception, here's Goff. Boy stays up. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Get ready. Get ready.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now. Gone. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey, orbit.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Choose the mic. Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They can't stop you, son.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to
pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. Now the offense.